Hey people. Yes, I haven't been around, have I? Sorry, I had a bit of a relapse with my illness, so first time I've put my computer on for 3 days. But I thought I'd come and talk to you about something because strange things are afoot or have been happening. As you know, I went and picked up YY's ashes on Friday, today being Monday. And it's, they're in a beautiful box with beautiful engravings, absolutely stunning. And, with a little certification card to guarantee that she was cremated on her own as an individual dog. I don't want other people's dogs in my dog cremation box, So, anyway, I brought the box home. And since that day that I brought the box home on Friday, Zed doesn't want to sleep in the kitchen anymore. It's so strange. It's like YY's come, little soul has come home and said to Zed, "Wait, go sleep with her in her bedroom." She gets a bit worried, So I feed Zed and she has a little sleep after she's eaten, as most dogs do. And I've gone to bed and I'm taking my medication and reading and what have you, and then I hear a little noise at the baby gate. And I've got a door that's right by my bedroom from the kitchen, so I open that door and I say, "Come on then," she's like really sulky. It's like, I know I shouldn't be doing this, and I'm just like, yes, okay, come on, and she comes in and gets on my bed. I've had to be quite firm about the fact that she cannot have my side of the bed. That is not happening. And she settles and she's a really good girl, and she stays with me, I think, for a while until she knows that I'm asleep and okay, and then she comes and lays on the sofa, and she's been so good. But isn't it odd, the 2 weeks after YY was put to sleep, she just carried on sleeping in the kitchen, and yet the day that I bring those ashes home, she doesn't want to sleep in the kitchen anymore. It's just, I don't know what anybody's beliefs are, but I get visited. YY's come and seen me since then, along with Inky and Zelly, and a little pack ambush. and it's great to see them, and she's running around, and she's not in pain, and she's happy, and that's the most important thing to me. I miss her for sure. I miss her, of course I'm going to. She's with me for just over 12 and a half years, so longest relationship I've ever had, really. It's really sad, and I got in touch with Catherine O'Driscoll from the Canine Health Concern. If anybody's interested in that, let me know, and I'll give you a link so that you can, because it's all about over-vaccination, the benefits of raw feeding, and she's actually asked because I got in touch with Catherine and told her about YY passing, and she asked permission to use my email in the next newsletter, and I said, yeah, of course, So there's that, and I mean, that's, I think, a good thing, and I think people, she's also going to discuss the use of non-steroid anti-inflammatory drugs long term and the damage that it does to a dog's gut. Now, there is no way that a doctor would give a human a non-steroid anti-inflammatory drug without giving omeprazole to protect your stomach, to heal your stomach, because NSAIDs, or non-steroid anti-inflammatory drugs, do a lot of damage. And YY was on them for a long time, for years, and no wonder her gut was probably ulcerated to pieces, and that's why she was probably being sick. So just be aware of that, people. At the vets I'm at now, that they said to me we would never have given Metacam without omeprazole, so you live and learn, don't you, I guess. So all you can do is stay open-minded and keep learning. These people that think they know it all and actually don't, and that's one thing that really hacks me up about some people. What else has been happening? I had to sort of move 4 kids on that were camping right in the middle of my training area up at the Green in the woods. Yeah, kids, really. I mean, I think the boys were over 16, the girls I don't think were, which, with what they were doing, why stay in a tent? And, where's the dignity these days in people? 4 people at it in a tent, and underage girls. That's illegal in this country. Anyway, I moved them on. I was getting a lot of stick, but they kept saying, excuse me. I said busy, because I was training Zed, and when I'm training I am busy. I won't been rude. So I did a few things that I wouldn't normally do up there, and they left. So that was the end of that. But I'm going to just have to say this in a matter-of-fact way, okay? Please excuse me, anybody that's got a sensitive stomach. But the girls had left used tampons, and I had Lexi problem, the little staffy problem this morning yet again. And Lexi clearly finds her owner extremely boring, because otherwise why would she want to be with me? I mean, we're doing heel work and stuff, and she seems to be really excited by all of that. And I said to Lexi, I ended up with Lexi on one side and Zed on the other, and Lexi was sort of heeling along off lead with me, after she'd finished eating tampons and hard plastic. Now, John just disappeared around the corner, and I shouted for him twice, to tell him that Lexi was eating stuff. It's not my place. I did tell Lexi to leave it, but she's a very nervous dog, and I don't want to frighten her. So she didn't leave it. But is that not a little bit negligent? And it's a health and welfare issue, because that dog's going to end up with a blockage. Does he not care? I mean, I would never, and I'm sure none of you would, is let your dogs out of sight like that and just leave them. I'm so tempted to just snap a lead on her and hand her into the dog warden. Maybe it would teach him a lesson, but I'd get so much comeback. And what with the stuff that's been happening right next door to me, actually, there was an attack on a copper, and some 30-something-year-old guy going around with a hammer smashing up cars and windows and stuff, and the arrest happened right next door to me, and I'm like, oh, lovely, great. So I have been looking at puppies, but obviously I have to get well first, and I only ever get summer puppies, not winter-born puppies. So, I've just been thinking about breeds. I mean, I want a working line dog, obviously, for training reasons. I mean, there's a lot of work looking after me for one dog, in my opinion. I mean, I'm not going to sit here and go through all of my needs, because I don't want to bore you to death, but for one dog it's a lot. I mean, when I had my pack of 3, they all had their duties, and it worked well. And the pack of 3 dogs, Zelly, Inky, and YY, were a unit, and they worked as a unit. And I would often look out the window, and they'd be lying down, facing each other. And it was almost like they were having a little meeting about whose turn is it to go in and check on the old bag next. They're a great pack of dogs. The best pack of dogs I've ever had. You couldn't ask for a more balanced pack, and they were. So, I was looking at Cocker Spaniels, stunned at how much they are. Or we're onto the usual working breeds. German Shepherd, Border Collie, as I said. Maybe a Malinois, or one of the other Belgian Shepherd breeds, because there are 3. So, if you've got any suggestions, please don't suggest a designer dog to me, one of these like Labradoodles or any of that, because I'm not interested in a designer dog. I like the old-fashioned genuine breeds. So, yeah, that's about it from me. I hope you're all doing really, really well. I am behind on watching videos, because it's the first time I've put my computer on for 3 days. Because this low blood sugar thing, all I've been doing is sleeping unless I can get my hands on some chocolate. If I can get some chocolate, and then suddenly I'm like a little bunny bouncing around all over the place. I haven't even been able to work out for, it'll be 2 weeks on Wednesday, and I've got to get back to working out, because once you go past 2 weeks, it all becomes a bit of a struggle. And that's the first 2 weeks I've had off exercise, because I do 90 minutes a day for 26 years, and that is just not, that's not good. It's not good for me mentally and or physically. So I like to stay strong. Anyway, guys, that's it from me. I will catch up on your videos, okay? and I hope nobody's been worried. I don't like worrying people, and I hope you're all doing okay, you and all your families and everything, and your dogs and cats or whatever animals you have, you know. So stay well, guys, and I'll be back as soon as I can. Okay, bye, people.